Scott Steele was an experienced carpenter with plenty of work. That allowed his wife Melissa to be a stay-at-home mom with their 2 children.
Mostly when 9/11 hit, that's when it just really went bad. It was hard. The building permits and everything stopped, so people were afraid. So, nobody wanted to go spend money, on, remodeling their house.
Over the next 3 years, the Steeles almost lost everything.
Things got so bad that we were on food stamps. We were desperate. We went into forbearance on our home.
I went to God and said, okay, God, this is who you said we are. This is what you said we can have. So, I'm waiting on you.
The Steeles turned to their faith in God. They prayed about their finances.
And I just said, okay, God, I can't go any further. I need something today. I need an answer. And I hear, how God talks to you. I hear, I want you to sow $1 into 10 ministries. Of course, at the time, we didn't have $10.
I was going through some clothes, and I found $10, which is very unlike me to leave money in clothes. So when I found the $10, I absolutely knew that it was God saying, I will even give you the seed to begin this process.
Scott and Melissa wanted to reach others, so in April 2004, they sent in their first gift of $1 to CBN.
There are so many things that CBN takes care of, that they're a part of people's lives in a practical way, and that is sort of a vision that Scott and I have, to be a part of people's lives in a practical way. So we identify with the vision that CBN has.
2 weeks later, the estate of Melissa's late grandmother closed, and they got $10,000.
We had no idea that anything was going to break loose at that point, because it's been 3 years,
Whatever process needed to happen in order for it to get the final sign-off, it happened in that 2-week period. And it really was. We knew at that point that it was God blessing our obedience.
With that money, God told Scott and Melissa to increase their giving to CBN 100-fold. This time, they sent in $100. Within 6 months, Scott was offered several lucrative construction contracts.
We basically come out of there with about $150,000 in 3 months.
The Steeles believed God wanted them to increase their giving to $1,000. So they did. Scott's business picked up even more, bringing in $700,000.
We paid our tithe and said, okay, God, now what? And he said, now I want you to sow $10,000 in those 10 ministries. And he said, pretty much, as long as you'll continue, I'll continue.
It really did, in a physical sense, open my eyes to the spiritual implications that sowing has. So be obedient. Listen to what God is telling you to do, and just do it.
And he's no respecter of persons.
Yeah, if he can do this for us, if we can walk this journey with him, he can certainly do it for others.